I understand you had to do quite a few things to prepare for the role. I.e., did you bulk up a little bit? And there were some coin tricks involved. Am I right?
Yeah, there was plenty involved in the lead up. We didn't get that much time before we went to camera. It was 2 months, but Craig Cegielski, Stephanie Burke at Fremantle North America sent me to Unbreakable. Now this is a gym for NFL players in their off season. These 300-pound giant monsters, UFC fighters, just think of all the toughest, most horrific beasts you can think of in sports, and then just wrangle them into a gym, and then throw me in there like a little scrap, and then say, "Go on, Ricky, fight for your life." And that's basically what happened. They sent me there. They had me on over 4,000 calories a day. And I eventually topped out about 35 pounds heavier than when I started, which was quite a feat.
How does that feel, in yourself?
Physically, it actually you feel pain. To be quite honest, to put so much mass on so quickly, your joints aren't used to the extra weight. So I did feel it in my ankles and my knees that it was carrying so much extra mass, and it took my body a while to get used to it. It's also took it time to get used to that many calories, because like I say, I started at 175, and my body kept trying to drop that weight to get back down there because my metabolism's so quick. So to try and maintain that, it was really tough, especially tough during shooting when it wasn't just my day job to just eat and go to the gym. I actually had to work and do the acting thing. So that was intense. That's how I would start my day. I'd wake up in the morning at 9 o'clock, eat. I'd have 5 shakes a day, 5 meals a day, go to the gym for 2 to 4 hours. Then I'd go to my acting coach for a couple of hours and work on some very intense American Gods scripts. And then I'd go and spend an hour at Jim Henson Studios with a couple of magicians who would teach me various tricks. But mainly the coin rolling across the knuckles. It's very prominent in the book by Neil Gaiman. In prison, it's Shadow's escape. It kind of takes it because he's having a focus on the coin. It takes his head away from where he is. He just wants to get back to Laura, do his time, and get back to his wife, Laura, played by the wonderful Emily Browning. And so when he comes out, it takes him to a safe place again. So when all these kind of fantastical things kind of start happening to him, he's got the coin tricks to kind of distract him and just to kind of keep him calm.
You talked about the weight gain the muscle gain rather, for Shadow. Why was that important? Obviously a very physical role, but why did you have to be so big?
This is a book that came out in 2001. It won Bram Stoker Nebula Awards. It's a hugely successful, popular, prestigious book, and Shadow is the lead. He's an iconic character in the book world, and he is described in the very beginning of the book as big enough and don't F with him enough to survive prison without worrying about anything but time. So for myself, although I'm physically athletic, I felt it was my responsibility to get to a certain size of intimidation, where I would have been fine.
The action scene, I've seen the clip with the great the barroom fight.
Yeah.
With Sweeney. Was that all you? Would you have to use stunt doubles for that? Or
I wish we had have used stunt doubles. I was in agony the next day. I had a bath the next day. We shot that fight scene for a whole day with Mad Sweeney, who is played by the incredible Pablo Schreiber, a 6'6" alcoholic leprechaun. Not in real life, in the show. And so for the whole day, this 6'6" guy is throwing me around the bar, and I'm doing the same to him. And the next day, I had a bath, and production sent me some bath salts, and I sat in that bath for 3 hours because I felt like an old man who couldn't move. And I just I'd kept reaching up for the tap with my toe and just flicking the hot water on just to keep the hot water hot. Until I eventually found feeling in my body. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you have stunt doubles.
How did you relax away from all these kind of grueling scenes?
It's tough. I mean, you basically slept. You slept and you went to the gym because that's all I could really have time to do. In my private life, I skydive, I ride my Harley and things like that, and I enjoy the California life. Just sat on the beach enjoying the sunsets. You kind of like to just relax and do things like that. But it was my duty to remain big. So when I had time, which was very rare, I had to use it to actually stay, in that sort of shape in Shadow's physique. So sometimes I'd actually have to decide, today do I sleep or today do I go to the gym, because I had very little time. And it was kind of that balancing act of, when I'm not at work, I'm still working, because the sleep is actually helping you replenish and helping you grow as well. And obviously you need sleep for the mind to be working correctly as well for the actual work. So I feel like it was a long 7-month shoot that I really didn't actually have time to switch off, you know, because any time I had off, I was thinking about work. And, you know, it's not a bad place to be, though.